Hi everyone, I'm Nurse Lauren. I'm going to be showing you how to administer 225 units of Menopur. This medication can be left at room temperature. So to start, for your supplies, you're going to need your sharps container, 3 vials of the powder or medication, 1 vial of the liquid. You'll need 1 Q cap, a 3 milliliter syringe, your injection needle that is 27 gauge, 1/2 inch long, and then an alcohol pad. So to start off, you're going to take your vial of liquid. For demonstration purposes, this has a gray cap on it, but yours probably has a peach cap on it. And then you're going to take your 3 milliliter syringe. Some of them already have a needle attached to them. If so, you can go ahead and unscrew that needle from it, and you can go ahead and place that right in your sharps container. You're then going to take your Q cap, which these typically will come in the box with the Menopur medication. And you're going to take the little port end of the Q cap and it'll screw directly onto your syringe. The first step you'll want to do once you have your Q cap attached is you'll want to pull back on this plunger to get 1 milliliter of air into the syringe. You'll then take your vial of liquid and remove the outer cap. And you'll puncture the top of it with the Q cap and inject the full amount of air into the liquid. You'll then flip the vial over and withdraw 1 milliliter of liquid up into the syringe. You can then go ahead and dispose of this into your regular garbage can. Once you have 1 milliliter of the saline solution drawn up into the syringe, you're going to take your first vial of powder and remove the outer cap, and then inject the full amount of liquid into the first powder vial. You'll then want to make sure it's completely mixed so you can swirl it if needed. And you're going to flip it over and then withdraw the entire contents of the vial back into the syringe. This can then go in your regular garbage can. You're then going to take your next vial of powder, remove the cap, and repeat that same step. So injecting the liquid in, mixing, withdrawing the full amount back into the syringe. And then you'll repeat that with your third powder vial. Once you have all 3 powders mixed and up into the syringe, you're all ready to inject. Next, you're going to remove your Q cap, which just screws right off, and this can go into your sharps container. And then you're going to take your injection needle, which again is the 27 gauge 1/2 inch long needle, and that'll screw right onto the syringe. And then it's time to go ahead and inject. So you're going to take your alcohol swab, clean off an area of your stomach, 1 to 2 inches away from your belly button. You'll then want to remove the needle cap, and then you'll need to remove any large air bubbles that might be in the syringe. To do so, the best way to do it is just lightly tap the syringe, which will cause any air bubbles to rise to the top. And then you'll want to slowly push up on the plunger to push any of those large air bubbles out. And you'll usually see a small droplet of medication appear at the very tip of the needle, meaning that the needle's primed. Once it's time to inject, you'll pinch that area of skin that you cleaned off with the alcohol pad. And this is going to go straight in at a 90-degree angle, kind of using a darting motion. And then you're going to inject the full amount into your skin. After you inject, you can place this entire syringe right into your sharps container.